This is a Dirt Trax exclusive.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another classic Dirt Trax walk around video. You know, we call them walk around videos online. We call them actually detailed overviews. Someone pointed out once that we don't actually usually walk all the way around the vehicle. So instead we, started calling them detailed overviews. I mean, I was like, yeah, bud, you're out of line, but you're right. So raise a good point. So we changed that up. Anyways, detailed overview. This time we're featuring CFMOTO's UFORCE U10 Pro. This is the Highland edition. So biggest feature obviously is the fully enclosed cab with HVAC, but there are some awesome features on this machine. So we're going to go into that in just a few minutes. But for now, I want to say I hope you're enjoying the season so far. We've been hustling hard and working really hard, pumping out a lot of content. And we've got exclusive YouTube videos that are going on our channel, and you guys are responding to those really well. We're really thankful for everything that you're getting involved in. I will take the opportunity to say, if you're enjoying this video, let's click that like button for us. That always helps. And get the comments section rolling. Start churning out those comments. I'm going to be sitting by waiting to respond to any comments. At the very minimum, I'm going to give you a like and a heart. And if you do have questions that you need answering, I'll be there to answer those as well. So, and also make sure you subscribe to our channel if you're not already a subscriber, and ding that little bell so you get all the alerts from our channel. And there's something new that's called like hype points. I saw this on my personal thing, and whatever. I don't even know what that is. I got to look into that, but I don't know. Feel like hyping us up. Hype us up, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate all you do for us. Anyways, let's get rolling into this. This vehicle itself, and we'll get talking about here some of the cool features on it. Okay, so let's get out front here real quick, and we'll point out, like, this vehicle is absolutely gorgeous. This is actually a really nice red color. This is called Bordeaux red, so a very snooty Bordeaux red. It's not fire red, it's not blood red, it's not lava red, it's Bordeaux. So whatever, kind of snooty, but I mean, we can say it like this. Maybe we spell it B-O-R-D-E-A-U, extreme. Okay, and then we got Bordeaux red. It's also available in black and camo, but this is absolutely gorgeous. That's the nicest paint I've seen in a while on a vehicle. I think I had a truck this color once and I loved it. It's awesome. So we come up to the front here. You got LED lights, very nice bright LED lights, some LED accents here. And look at this grille. Look at the grille across the front. That is just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And look at the branding, the CFMOTO branding embedded right in there. Very nice, very nice. Fit and finish is nice. Look how well everything fits down here. CFMOTO is doing an amazing job these days. Like, look how that fits on. That is just gorgeous. That's beautiful. Down here, we got a 4,500 pound CFMOTO winch with a synth rope. I love synthetic rope, more so than steel cable. So that's a really nice feature to have. Up front, we've got double A-arm front suspension with these, basic steel body coilover shocks, or gas emulsion shocks with snail cam preload adjustability. I've got my notes here, so I'm just going to head into that. Front travel is 11 inches of travel up front. You've got out back, it's the same double A-arm rear suspension with those similar shocks, and you get 10.4 inches of suspension travel out back. These shocks are very basic, and one of the things I always say on these highest end vehicles is, like, why aren't you giving us a better shock that might have a bit more adjustability? Maybe it's an aluminum body, maybe it's rebuildable, maybe it's got, piggyback adjustability with some clickers, But on this, though, I'm not going to complain, because realistically, the price difference between this and its two closest competitors is between like $6,000 and $8,000. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, the difference, and it is jammed with features. And I'm saying $6,000 to $8,000 on their base models, and this thing is fully loaded. So you know what? These shocks get a hall pass. They're my guess is they're probably valved a little bit stiffer too, because it's a utility sport vehicle. So you're carrying around 1,000 pounds in the bed, and of course all the way to the cab and the glass and all that sort of stuff. So you're probably valved just a little bit stiffer, but we always recommend doing your own suspension validation when you get these machines. Don't just pull them out of the crate and go, this will be fine, I'll never have to worry about it. go over some bumps. If it rides the way you like, awesome. But if it doesn't, toy around with it a little bit. Change your snail cam adjusters, you know. Always suggest cranking up the back end a little bit to so you get your sag, and it's much easier to change your suspension. But you know, do what you like. But man, look into that. That's just one of the fun things about having a side-by-side vehicle. Anyhow, moving on. One of the other great features of this vehicle. Look at this, side mirrors stock. I mean, it seems silly that I'm saying that, it's just side mirror stock, but like, why aren't all the manufacturers with cab vehicles giving us side view mirrors? I mean, this is like so important. You know, they're making these vehicles more automotive so they look like our trucks. Side mirrors, such a simple thing, and instead of buying it or having your dealer install them, just install them from, you know, that's not a big expense, and you can hide that in the cost somewhere for sure. Beautiful, beautifully finished doors. First up front here, you've got your automotive glass windshield here, automotive grade glass windshield, wiper with washer fluid. This is actually a tip out front windshield, but it's an automatic tip out front windshield, and I'll show you how that operates inside, but that is a really, really slick feature. Like I said, automotive glass doors on the side here, electronic doors, nice door handle, everything opens really nice. Again, color match in the Bordeaux. So very lovely, you know, wrinkle finish plastic here, it's nice, very nicely featured. We come around to the back, you got your big bed here, 1,000-pound capacity, you know, again, your Bordeaux paint here, 1,000-pound capacity, dumping cargo bed, but an electronic dumping cargo bed. All right, so it's not a manual actuated, which is a really cool feature because, you know, say you've got this thing loaded up with, you know, dirt for the garden or whatever like that, and you're out riding by yourself. You know, you don't have to worry about trying to manually lug that off. Just use your button on the dash like I'll show you. She dumps out real nice, you know. You got your tie down points here. There's a few tie down points on the inside as well. And you've also got a 12 volt in the bed. Neat feature, right? Single hand operated tailgate. You know, you got some drink inlets here. I don't know what the weight capacity is on this, but you know, so I can find that out. But I do actually really like this tailgate. I like the way it operates. I like it better than actually the twin lashing ones, you know. That works really well. And it's just a nicely assembled and a quality looking bed on this thing. Standard 2-inch hitch receiver with a 2,500-pound towing capacity. So this thing is jacked up. I mean, that's competitive. That's competitive with the North Star. I just did the test ride on the North Star a few weeks ago, but that's your same bed capacity. That's your same towing capacity. This thing hauls. It's also got front and rear sway bars, which I didn't mention. I am a huge fan of sway bars. So we've got front and rear sway bars for additional stabilization, which is great. You know, one of my comments is, you know, when you've got especially in an HVAC fully cabbed machine, there's a lot of weight up high, right? You got all glass all the way around. My feeling is that a vehicle without sway bars, you're going to get that body roll that is unexpected. In the back too, if you've got 1,000 pounds of capacity that's uneven in the back, even if it's tied down, if that shifts and you're going slow, navigating over some rocks or whatever, you're going to get that real spooky kind of body roll. But that's what the stabilizer bars are there for. They resist that. So not only is this vehicle handling flat and cornering flat on the trails, but you've got that to provide additional stabilization in the back when you're hauling stuff. So very, very cool features. Down low, we've got, these are actually 29-inch Arison tires. The website says they're stag tires, so it might be different in the US, but these are Arisons. They're 29-inch Arisons in a staggered setup, so it's 9s up front, 11s in the back. You know, decent enough tires, but you know, that's wrapping, of course, 14-inch blacked out aluminum wheels, which are, you know, nice looking. Everyone's got their own wheel style. But these are competitive with you know, what's on the North Star as well. And you know, you got disc brakes front and back. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing they're twin piston calipers up front and singles in the back. So, you know, there is lots of braking power there though for, you know, for braking, stopping, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. Going downhill though, it does have an active descent control, which I'll show you once we get inside. So, but you know, there is lots of braking power there, especially when you're hauling around a lot of gear or when you're going quick. And we'll talk about that a little more after. Covered over everything on the outside of the vehicle. Obviously it has a roof. Really awesome feature here that I love. This has a sliding rear window. So it's not just one solid piece of glass. It looks like it's one big piece with these windows in the back here. So, you know, I mean, that's fantastic. You've got that sliding glass to let a little bit of airflow. You know, if you've got your front windshield open, or even if you're just riding with your side doors open, maybe your wife made some extra spicy chili the night before, you know, and you need to air things out in the cab, you can roll your windows down and open up your back window to get a little more airflow. I don't know if you're into that. Everyone loves their own brand, but you know, I like to air it out. So anyhow, that's pretty much it for the outside of this machine. I want to get inside though and show you all these features. So from there, let's move on inside. So now let's take a peek inside here. Number one, you got a double hinge door here, opening outwards, suicide style, I guess. Really nice doors. CFMOTO always does a great job finishing these doors. You got a little room down here for maybe a water bottle or, you know, some paperwork or whatever. Nice door latch, you know, and a good handle, good grab bar handle here on the door. I love the automotive buttons for the windows. You know, those go up and down nice and quick. Really nice. So before I get into all these features, I'll walk around to the other side here. So just hold that open there and we'll come around here. Whew. And I'm gonna jump inside here. So now that I'm in, two things I wanted to note. Number one, look at your rear sliding window. Okay, so it wasn't locked before. Now it's locked, now it's unlocked, but just slides open manually, nice and wide for that additional airflow. But if you feel like you need just a bit more airflow, check this out. Button up here for opening the front windshield. Sweet, that opens nice and wide. You know, that is just like, look at that airflow coming in. That is amazing. Really, really good. Really, really good. But again, CFMOTO's doing a great job on the fit and finish here, because look at the quality of these seats. Like, I love this two-tone cut and sew style seat, like with the black, and obviously it's not leather, but it's like a leathery look, which looks so classy. It's so nice. You know, you've got some headrests up here. It is a 3-person bench. I'm not gonna say that these are over bolstered. You'll see in Luke's test ride of the U10, of the base model U10 without the HVAC system. He makes a comment on this. Here's my comment on the bolstering. I don't think it's aggressive, because this isn't a pure sport machine. It's a full bench. It does enough to keep you in place. And again, like I said, you've got sway bars front and back that are going to keep this machine very planted and keep you in position. So, you know, you're wearing your seatbelt if you're ripping through the trails and making some corners and stuff like that. You kind of know what to expect, but they are very comfortable seats. And I think they look beautiful. You've also got a bit of carpeting underneath here in the back and up top here for sound deadening. So inside the cab, when things are closed up and sealed tight, you know, it's not noisy. There isn't a lot of rattling that I've noticed. You know, you've got your rubber seals all the way around, and I can't see any cracks in the seams or anything, you know, which is great. So that's going to keep the weather out. That's going to keep your air conditioning cool inside the cab and keep your heat warm inside the cab in the wintertime and keep that cold air out. Now I'm gonna hop in here and we'll go over a couple things. So the dash is a beautiful dash here, okay? So this is one of the great things. CFMOTO updated all their buttons, and I love that, because I was getting real tired of those old buttons that used to be on every Z-Force and every U-Force. They are still on those models, but these look much classier. They've got, you know, they've got the nice pictures on them, but they've also got a little, you know, a little grippy for your glove, you know, and they're nicer looking. They're nicer looking. They don't look like they're 3D printed. They're actually really nice. So this vehicle also features, well, I'm going to show you up here before I push any buttons. We got an 8-inch screen here. you got an 8-inch screen here that does just about everything. It's absolutely beautiful. Tons of vehicle diagnostics on here, tons of information. You can also hook up your Apple CarPlay to it. You got a full speaker system behind you here. You know, CFMOTO branded speaker system up here that pumps out the tunes. Sure, why not? So you can hook that up. But you also have Bluetooth connectivity, so I can hook this up to my Android phone, and I can just play my Sirius satellite off of that, no problem. But you have everything else that pops up on screen here. Some nice features here to adjust everything. Here's your controls for your HVAC with air conditioning. You've also got your USB. Look at that. Very nice. And 12 volt on this side. We got winch control here from inside the cab, and the dumping cargo bed right here, operated by this button. And we'll get a video of that opening up after. That's fine right now. But we've also got the electronic parking brake here. And you've got the, active descent control. So we got active descent control on, which is, you know, like I feel like that's engine braking when you're going downhill. And then again, and it turns it off, but visually shows up on screen, which is a really nice feature. You've also got 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and 4-lock over on this side. Everything shows up on the screen here. And then you've got turf mode and R-lock on this side. So you can go fully locked front and rear, or unlocked. And that, what does that do? 2-wheel drive, that's fully unlocked. So that's your turf mode right there. And then you've got just rear wheel drive, or all-wheel drive, sorry, I guess it would be similar to that. So, ooh. Oh yeah, there you go. Very nice. So, okay, and then one of the other features here, you know, you get your headlight button on this side. Again, those really nice looking buttons. You get your radio control here, media and volume, all that sort of wonderful stuff. I mean, these buttons are beautiful. 2 drive modes. You've got normal, and you got work mode. So you got an e-throttle. Work mode obviously is going to be geared lower, so you know, if you have it in low range when you're towing or whatnot, throttle modulation is a little lighter and a little easier for doing your heavy work, etc. But when you're ready to rip, you can pop it into normal mode, and that's going to give you, it's going to give you that more sportier feel. You know, normal's sort of a weird word. I mean, I prefer work and trail. You know, it doesn't have a performance mode, but I mean, whatever. Normal, I guess, is how you normally ride. So we can go with that as long as you guys understand. We've got push button start, which I'll show you. I'll start this vehicle up in a few minutes and let you see that. But right here though, first you got nice vents here. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4 across here. But then you've got your push button gears here. Now, okay, take this for what it is. This is showing up in a lot of vehicles lately. Personally, I prefer this, and I prefer this, but this works really well. You know, like I said, in my pickup truck, I used to have a Ram, and I was annoyed when it went from a shifter here to this electronic dial, and it just didn't feel as cool. But I guess this is what you get when things advance, and it, like I said, it does work really well. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, and you know, so you've got your park, reverse, neutral, high, low range. And that's pretty much it for inside. You got lots of storage up front here. I think it's got a decent amount of storage. It's not like an overwhelming amount, but this is actually pretty decent storage right up front. And you got another glove box over here. Not as much space in there, but still pretty decent, not bad. And some cup holders. So lots of stuff. Now, don't think that I've forgotten to talk about it, but what we've got powering this beast is a 998cc triple cylinder engine. So a very smooth running engine. When you watch Luke's test ride of the U10, you'll get his comments on that. He's very impressed with this. I agree. I think it sounds nice. It has a nice rumble to it. And CFMOTO claims that it's 88 horsepower. So you got, let's see, I think the North Star, the XP1000 North Star is 82, and the new HD11 is 94. So this is right in the middle. And I'm not going to say that it's that, you know, there's a massive power advantage, a massive difference in power there, because all these engines are very different. But this is very smooth running and smooth operating. It's mated to CFMOTO's OmniDrive CVT system. CFMOTO moved away from using CVT clutches a few years ago. We always loved CVT. They worked really well, but it's not to say that their new OmniDrive system is you know, a downgrade in any way. It's just their own branded clutching, and it works really well. So you got all that, and you know, there's lots of power there. The great thing is there's lots of power there for your trail riding and for work. So okay, so before I start it up, I just wanted to, I'm gonna let Graham back up here and just show you how this dump box operates here. So from inside the cab, right? That's pretty slick. I mean, that's pretty slick. So imagine that. You've got, like I said before, you've got everything loaded up, but you've got everything loaded up in the back here, but you can manually operate that from inside the cab and dump everything out. I mean, that's a fantastic, very, very, very cool feature. Now, after all that talk of engines, I'm gonna get inside and start this thing up and let you hear what it sounds like. So give me 1 sec and I'll pop in here. All right, here we go. That's a really nice sounding engine. I like that. I like that. Now keep in mind, I've got my mic on me here and I have all the windows open, so you are hearing a lot of noise. Inside the cab though, it's not really that noisy. Let's always remember this, everyone. These are off-road vehicles. This is a triple, and it's a 998cc triple. You're gonna get some noise, guys. You're gonna get a little bit of noise, but this isn't overwhelming by any capacity. Let's just, here, I'll close everything up and we'll just see. Bear with me, Graham. There's everything fully closed, and I'm talking at a normal level. You can still hear me. I'm sure I can hear my partners. This isn't that bad. I love it. So anyways, that's it, folks. I'm gonna hop out. And that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed everything here. I hope you enjoyed this walk around. If you have any questions, please put your questions in the comment section. Remember, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it, and well, leave me some comments, ding that bell, and height points. What the heck are height points? But if you see them, why not? Just hook us up, everyone. And as always, thanks for watching.
Make sure to subscribe and comment below for real interaction with the Dirt Trax crew.